president because he don't know how to kill it. I went that time, but anyway, I don't know how to charge it.
Okay, well, that's the move, sir. So I will get access to the plan and then hand that over to Mr. Kamu. And then Mr. Kamu now will pass it on to the head because all this is being recorded. You understand? Yes. So the only thing no more, let me see that binding.
Yes.
Ajuba. No, when they grab before you come, no, two they grab together. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Okay, let me do with myself. Mr. Cambo, Mr. Pierce, come, unity. Let me handshake, the handshake, yes.
My name is Margaret Fofana. I'm now at the Twin Town Center at Hastings. I'm with one of the stakeholders, PRO. Okay, the present headman. Yes,
Mr. Umaruba. My name is Mr. Umaruba.
Mr. Umaruba. And we've been heard about this trouble, and now today everything is over.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Well, I believe it is a call for celebration because all this while, since this problem was not solved, it's really hampered the progress of the community, and we were longing to see this particular moment.
Because I spoke to the headman, he ignored my interview with him, which I was not happy anyway. But now that you are the PRO of the headman, and this piece is already today, everything has been concluded. What message did you have for the Hastings people?
Okay, first of all, I want to make something clear. He's not ignoring your interview. It is rather unfortunate you. In this community, we have a system, and the present headman is working with his team. To be precise, I am his PRO, I am the mouthpiece of the village and the headman as well. So I don't want you to think that he's ignoring your interview. And the message I have for Hastings community is that I want Hastings people to be calm. I want them to be assured that we are pushing forward, and all the political menaces that took place is now been over. It's now been solved. Everything is now okay. And now we are asking the people of Hastings to work with one mind, one accord towards the development of this community. Especially, we are asking our sister community in the UK, that is the Hastings community in the UK that are sponsoring the project in this village. We are very much grateful to them, and we are asking that they should continue with their sponsorship, and let them be rest assured that everything is over now and we will get on well. Okay, sir.
To my own point of view, what I mean to understand that brings all this problem is all about selfish interest, because what I mean to understand is you stopped the health clinic center project because the headman's office key is not being handed over, I think. So because the office was locked up, then you decided to stop the contract, which is beneficial to each and everybody in this community.
We did not stop the project because the office was locked on us.
Okay.
As you've heard in the meeting, we stopped the project because we were suspicious of the standard of job. The standard of job is not commensurate to the amount of money sent for the project. And since we as community members, we are the beneficiaries of that project, we want to see something very substantive, something that will commensurate to the money that we've had that was sent for the community to build that health center. Since the end of the military interregnum, we've never got any project from neither the government or NGO or whatever to improve this community, and that is the only project we are having from the Hastings community in the UK. So we are proud of it, and we want to take very good care of it because it is our baby. So that is why we stopped it, and we want the sponsors from the United Kingdom who came here just last week to see it. We want them to see exactly what we are we are fighting for. We want to see a standard job. We want to see a very decent job done. That is why we stopped it. And now that the problem has been addressed, then I think the project will continue.
Okay, people they are listening to you now maybe will say, why you people should have not take up this venture to report to the UK sponsors before you stopped the project?
Well, as you also heard in the meeting, there was tips that the whole crux of the matter was tribalistic issues. That Hastings is, to quote a Creoton, country not for ruler, and the present headman is a country. And because of that, we saw one or two delays in the handing over of the office, in the handing over of one or two amenities that is the community's property.
From which side?
From the former headman. He refused deliberately to hand over what he was supposed to hand over. And when the committee responsible for that called, and that is the District Security Committee, called him to hand over, he refused. So that was the context of the whole situation.
Okay, now that this problem has already been solved today, what are we expecting now from you guys?
Well, we're expecting growth, we're expecting development, we're expecting unity, and the election is come and gone. We're expecting Hastinians to put behind the ugly past. Now we know Mr. Abdul Sise is the rightful winner of the elections. He's been endorsed by the National Electoral Commission. He was given his letter of appointment. He's been inaugurated. And now I believe Hastinians really know that Mr. Abdul Sise is the headman. We are not preaching tribalism, we are not preaching religious difference, neither sectionalism. We are preaching love. We are Hastinians, we are Rasheka, and we must march on.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Hi. Now they disturb you. Okay. This man in the interview.
Going all the way to London.
Okay, sir. Now you, based on what I understand, you are saying the former headman was really disturbing.
Was reluctant to hand over.
Was reluctant to hand over.
Tell you what, let's move down a bit because when they come out, we're gonna.
Yeah, let's move.
So because he was reluctant to hand over up his position or whatever the materials to the current headman, so because of all these problems, you guys decided just to stop all other
well, we decided to stop his functions because we thought he was functioning as headman, and the project handed over to him was because he was headman. And now that he is the outgoing, he is supposed to hand over all what he has for the community. But since he failed, that's why we took our stance and said, no, you should recognize the authorship or the leadership of Mr. Abdul Sise in this community. And by so doing, if he had only done that earlier on, we couldn't have reached this point.
Sir, yes, I have heard you, but people here now listening to you will say you are not the one that award the contract to the headman also. Or you should have earlier on reports this particular matter to the sponsors or to the organization responsible for this. Maybe yes, the project. Okay. This should have not resolved to this.
Fortunately, I am a member of that association, Hastings Association. I've served before as secretary for 5 years, and I know exactly what I'm looking for. To be precise,
we are calling that you are not attending a meeting.
I am not. I did not say I was not attending. I said we are not having regular meetings, and the association is having a problem with that. And the problem here is a committee set up by some of our members in the UK when they came last year, and that is the building committee to oversee and carry out the project at the health center, the extension of the health center. It's fine and good. The project started very well, but it never ended well because of the substandard job. And now there is an evidence over there. If you go to the health center, you will see some of the blocks that were constructed for the pit. It is of very low standard. That is why we stepped in. We did not step in because we were deprived of the office. No, it is a big no to that.
As my own point of view, I should have said this. as the PRO of the headman or the headman himself should have taken up this responsibility to at least see how the work should
have done.
Yeah,
what happened was we went to the local council as they are supposed to be managing the affairs of that particular issue, and the past headman was asked to hand over, but he deliberately refused. And after which, there is another committee called DISEC, District Security Committee. They also call them both together to, bring peace between both of them. But it was rather a failed venture. They never wanted to work with each other. And unfortunately, that's led to all this ugly situation.
Okay, maybe my own perspective, I would say this is based on political because since
let me help you. There was a political tension during the elections.
Yes,
good.
Tension,
and
yes.
When the result was read, most of the supporters of the past headman, including the past headman, the outgoing headman, refused to acknowledge the result, which was announced.
They think the
result was read.
Unfair.
Good. If they thought it was unfair, then he should have seek redress formally. Let him seek redress either through NEC or legal means. But he shouldn't have stopped the headman from entering his office. This structure was constructed for the community, and we are the beneficiaries that should repeat. And if the office was constructed for the headman, it is not constructed for Mr. XYZ. If Mr. X was the headman and he is now outgoing, he should have handed over to Mr. A, who is presently the headman. That should have avoided a lot of
let me say,
problems.
I want to say this: these two people are families, and the one that
in fact, they were best of friends.
They are
the
best
present
of
headman
friends.
Inaugurated the past headman in the last election.
Then
and
why now?
Form. Well, this is democracy. We do not compromise development. If we think that something is going wrong, the only way we should change it is through the ballot box, and that is what we did.
Okay, good that I have spoke to you, sir. That was the PRO of the present headman, Mr. Abdul Sise. Good talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
May I leave you to rest.
Okay, thank you for having me, and I hope our listeners will digest exactly what we've just discussed, and let them take it in good part, and let them be rest assured that the community is now settled, and we will work assiduously towards development.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is Margaret Fofana.
Okay.
Who was doing the interview with us, PRO. So good talking to you, sir.
Thank you too. Okay.
Yes, I'm here. I'm very happy for Mr. King Masco, Lupama and others. Now the village is peaceful. No problem in the village now. As from now, no problem in the village. I'm very happy for the people from England. Yes, I will work towards development in Hastings, and I will support the Hastings Association in England.